Cancer, this will be your June 18th daily reading. This is a general reading. Energies can flip sides. Could happen a couple days before or a couple days behind. So just take what works and leave the rest behind, Cancer. Cancer, this is a pretty straightforward reading today. This is about the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and this is someone dropping something. Let's just put it that way. And that's because you're just in a state of rest and recovery, and you're just barely holding on. This is like an ongoing battle for you. And it's just taking its toll on you. Here you are in your past, the Chariot. This is talking about just overcoming obstacles, plowing forward, no matter what. A very typical Cancer energy. So what are you getting over? It's your environment. You see your environment as the devil. Plain and simple. We'll clarify later, though. This is, somebody's going to be defeated, basically, in the future. This is a very straightforward reading, really. This crossing energy between you and probably your environment. Like, just letting go, I guess. Whoop. All right. So somebody's charging in very passionately. But the other person may feel a mental block, like they are tied up in something, Something's keeping them tied up, or the two of them are feeling that way. So one is an air sign, younger. The other one's a Knight of Wands. So very passionate, wanting to move forward in a very passionate manner. But the Eight of Swords is indicating that you or the other person feel trapped in this situation. So that obviously makes the devil a little bit more understandable. One more card. What's the devil? All right. Could be a Pisces or a Scorpio. And it's two options. All right. These are your two options. And they are probably in the environment either has two options, or the environment is this Scorpio. No, the devil's a Capricorn. So this is potentially three people that you have options with, but you're not taking it, at least for two of them, right? So you have the devil in the upright, which is a Capricorn, the death in reverse, which is a Scorpio, and the moon in the upright, which is a Pisces. So this is talking about something that you can't see, but you don't want it to come to an end. And there's like toxic energy in here. So this is a non-movement forward situation where it's more like stagnation. So what's this ongoing battle for you? The Nine of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is to indicate that this is a bad idea. The Nine of Wands is now clarifying the Nine of Wands. It's just in the opposite. So it's saying you should just give this up. And the King of Swords is saying it's a logical idea. And the Eight of Cups is saying just move on. What's this Five of Swords in the future? So yeah, I mean, bottom line is this king is in the reverse. This is somebody that's a bully, that's manipulative, and he's literally trying to get away with something. And if you see the devil in your environment, I don't see why this wouldn't be the devil in the future. What is Cancer's advice? 10 of Pentacles. That's a fantastic advice card. That's just saying that if you want long-term wealth stability, then, you know, this is long-term wealth and stability with a family, with other people. And go for that, because I think a lot of this is not that. This will be your June 18th daily reading. This daily reading could happen a couple days before or a couple days behind. Energies can flip sides, but you'll know where you sit. And if you don't, this could potentially not be your reading. So just continue checking in with my YouTube shorts to find out when I pick you up again. Virgo, your advice on your June 16th reading was the Page of Swords, the Princess of Swords. So in the past, the Princess of Swords is in reverse. I don't think you're working very hard for this. I don't think you're putting too much emotional energy into it. This is talking about an emotional situation in which somebody rescinded an offer, and you are not interested in working on this anymore. Your environment is being represented as the Four of Swords today. So as a general reading, this could be somebody else, or it could just be your environment, and it's feeling overwhelmed, stress and anxiety. The Hierophant is in reverse. The Hierophant could be a Taurus, but this is talking about something that could be untraditional about this situation. Maybe an institution that is very corrupt, doesn't have good advice. It could be a divorce, but of course that's just a general reading, so that's not everybody. But let's go ahead and figure that out. The Hierophant. Why is the Hierophant in reverse? This could be a very non-traditional relationship. So in considering the Prince of Cups is in reverse, I mean, this is not making, you know, that offer of love and emotions and potentially even rescinding it. So I'm going to say that makes a little bit more sense. Let's get the environment. Four of Swords. Wow, this is a lot of cards. Oh no. World was really prominent in your last reading. So the World is in reverse, and that was that's the position it was in your last reading as well. So this is to indicate that this past situation hasn't been remedied quite yet. The Devil is in reverse, the World is in reverse, the Star is in reverse, the Page of Cups is in reverse. So this is just talking about not moving forward, emotionally speaking, and potentially because you're just dropping the devil, you know, and that's not your wish fulfillment. You know that. So you don't want to have anything to do with it. Why is the King of Cups in reverse in the future? The Queen of Cups. I hate to say it, but the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups are a perfect pair. So you guys are mutually exchanging the same energy. And it's both in reverse, so you're still on the same wavelength, right? But it needs to be mentioned. This that you aren't working for today is, I mean, this is your mirror. This is your other half. So why is the Prince of Cups, the Knight of Cups in reverse? The Prince of Pentacles is on the upright and at the bottom of the deck. So this could be speaking about you just wanting to focus on materialistic things right now. And being an earth sign, that makes sense, right? You're an earth sign and you're not putting that energy into it. King of Wands in reverse. You know, it's so many people here, but I'm going to say that, you know, obviously as a general reading could be a lot of people, or it's really just two sets of people that are just in the wrong direction. Their passion, too much passion, or too little passion, emotion, too much emotion, or too little emotion, just in imbalance as far as emotion is concerned, and passion, and logic from the past. So I'm going to take that Princess of Swords in the past just to say that the advice from the last reading wasn't necessarily obtained, like it didn't happen. And that's in the past, so that's over now. We're dealing with a lot more emotions today, whereas last time we were dealing with a lot of swords. So justice was also in your last reading. I had said in the past you had justice, and that's because you deserved the justice. Scorpio, this will be your June 18th daily reading. As a daily reading, energies can flip sides. Could happen a couple days before or a couple days behind. So just take what works and leave the rest behind. Scorpio, it appears to me that you feel like somebody is taking advantage of you financially speaking, and you're not looking to juggle two different things. Maybe this thing in the past that was not your wish fulfillment. But here's the Ace of Cups today. Somebody in your environment wants to make a new emotional offer. But I don't think you're having it, because I think you feel like they're taking advantage of you and that they're not your wish fulfillment. So the Five of Pentacles is crossing today, and this is talking about financial hardships. But as a crossing energy, it doesn't necessarily mean you. It just means that that's the theme, I guess, today. That's the energy that's crossing and bringing you forward. So let's figure it out. Five of Pentacles. Somebody else could be in a financial situation, but we'll see. I don't want to say too much. Judgment in reverse. Eight of Swords. So the Nine of Cups in the upright. I think this is kind of like bad karma, and somebody feels trapped by it. But with that, in that regards, something about this situation is your wish fulfillment. It's the happiness that you didn't receive in the past. So let's see if that's the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups could be an air sign. But this could also be the person who could be taking advantage of you. They're the King of Swords in reverse. This could be bad communication between the two of you. Maybe they're not expressing that they want to have the Ace of Cups. Could be in a financial situation. Oh my gosh. Could be a Cancer or Pisces, and this is somebody that is moving forward to release maybe a fear. So let's figure this out. The Two of Pentacles. Why? Something about this is not making you happy. So that fell in reverse, I don't know, I picked it up in the upright. 7 of Wands in reverse. So somebody is folding on their belief systems in order to maybe have this ace. We'll see. Yeah, I don't think you're willing to go forward with this, Scorpio. I don't think you're interested. This is talking about potentially an Aries that you don't want to have a new start with, or a Aquarius. But this could be your wish fulfillment. I'm going to be honest. The star is what you're looking for. It's your happiness, it's your peace, and it could be it's your serenity, you know? But something about this, you have to fold on your belief systems, and it may be that you just don't feel like this is fair. So this is the Two of Wands. In the upright, it would be here. Here it's in the reverse. So it's to indicate, once again, that you don't want to move forward with something, Scorpio. You don't want to take this path. So the Four of Pentacles is in the future. We'll clarify, but this is you holding on to things, holding on to possessions, holding on to people, holding on to issues. This is communication, probably good news. Yeah, so this is the air sign. This is a perfect match. It's just you guys are both in the reverse. So this is bad communication. But you guys are coming at this with the same energy. So it's kind of like I see that you see this as being unbalanced, but the two of you, at least in the future, this is you not communicating. Let's get some advice. What's Scorpio's advice today from Divine? Let's see what they think you should do. Two of Cups. Scorpio, this is talking about actually having a relationship, you know? So they want you to engage in this situation. And I don't know if that's what's happening with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. And this will be your June 18th daily reading. This is a general reading. Energies can flip sides. Could happen a couple days before or a couple days behind. So just take what works and leave the rest behind. There appears to be some bad news in your environment today, Capricorn. It could be just a lack of ideas, somebody who has a lack of ideas, or somebody who's gossiping, but we will figure that out. Today, I think you're holding on to something. And it could be you're holding on to possessions, people, maybe even issues. These could be some past issues that you're not letting go of. In the past, there was the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody dropped something. There was this lack of balance that was occurring before in the past. And today, you are the King of Swords in reverse. So there's something that I think you're missing here as far as logic would be concerned. Let's get that King of Swords figured out. This is talking about a failure, unfortunately. Something didn't work out. And that's making you feel very disappointed. It could be with a Pisces, but we're talking about the Six of Swords in reverse, the Five of Cups in reverse, and the High Priestess in reverse. So it could be that the King of Swords and the High Priestess did not have victory, and this was very disappointing. So let's get that Princess of Swords in your environment. Princess of Swords is being clarified by the Knight of Swords. Super helpful, right? So this is 2 air energies and an Emperor. So it could be an Aries, but this is all talking about bad information. Like, you guys are operating on bad information and jumping in. Potentially, your environment appears to be aggressively jumping in to a situation which does not appear to be working out. I don't think it will in the long run. So that's 7 of... Yeah, I mean, this is coming to an end, and it's going to feel like a mental... like somebody's mentally stabbing you in the back or something. So the 4 of Pentacles, what are you holding on to? So many cards. Okay, 2 of Cups, Ace of Cups, or 10 of Cups in reverse. Once again, a Pisces, the Moon. The 4 of Swords. Jeez, I shouldn't have taken all of these, you guys. I didn't realize how many there were. Okay, so let's get this all taken care of. All right, so the 4 of Pentacles is talking about holding on to a relationship that didn't happen. And you're moving on from emotional disappointment, but you're being held behind. A romantic proposal could have been revoked. And this is, you know, this is coming out of rest and recovery from the situation in the past where you were in a relationship potentially and it didn't happen. But it wasn't your wish fulfillment. It could have been with a Pisces or a Leo. But it took strength, and you didn't something was clouded that you weren't really able to see. And, you know, there's a lot of hurt and pain that's coming behind that card. So the King of Wands. Why is the crossing energy the King of Wands? Could be a fire sign. Could be a page. So many people. It's hard for me to figure that out because it's not like it comes with names or anything. Oh my gosh, another person. How can I continue making... So you could have like 10 people in your environment. This could include 10 different people. And you just need an action card, right? Yeah, so somebody's not moving on. The King of Wands is not moving on. And they feel like, well, they're feeling like they're just finally getting out of a situation that has left them in the cold. Let's get some advice. The King of Wands in the upright is the advice. The King of Wands is in the reverse as far as the crossing energy is concerned. So, I mean, this is addressing the fact that whoever the King of Wands is, could be you, could be your environment, needs to, you know, correct himself, basically. Pisces, this will be your June 18th daily reading. This is a general reading. Energies can flip sides. Could happen a couple days before or a couple days behind. So just take what works and leave the rest behind. So Today, I think you're thinking about the past, maybe your childhood. You could be homesick. And something in your environment is actually coming home. So it's either returning home from travel, but this can be taken two different ways. If it can be somebody in your environment, or if there is no one in your environment, then it's holding on to potentially past issues and lacking forward planning and growth. Your crossing energy is the Chariot. So this is about plowing through. This is victory. This is overcoming obstacles. This is success. Your past, there was the Hangman in reverse. So this is talking about discontentment, being stagnated because of something that you don't like the way that it is. You know, like you wish you could turn it around, but I don't think you know how to necessarily do that. Three of Wands. I think this is talking about emotional disappointment and maybe rescinding a proposal of some sort. Let's get one more card. Okay. Yeah, so unfortunately in your environment, somebody's just not making a new offer. They're emotionally disconnected. They're moving away from this situation and could potentially be holding on to the past. So in the future is the Tower. This is something that's falling down. This is upheaval. Something's coming to an end. And the Tower is, I mean, this is the obstacle, you know? This is what's going to put the Chariot, stop the Chariot in its tracks. This is good news, though. I think this is, an educationally speaking, maybe a wise decision. This is talking about moving on from whatever emotional disappointment that you're dealing with. Maybe it needs to come falling down. It needs to come to an end in order for you to feel like you can move beyond that. So this Princess of Swords is talking about, in reverse, is talking about maybe you being overly critical of the past or overly critical of yourself. The Chariot, let's get that. So the Chariot is being clarified by the Two of Wands. Or is that the Three of Wands? In reverse. Yeah, so this is talking about your environment now. And it's talking about a lack of forward planning potentially, but also some more clarity on that before I go rambling onto something that doesn't. Here we go. Okay, so we're talking about somebody, it's two different people are not financially working together. It could be a Cancer, and they're not, you know, materialistically working together. So this is talking about two different people that are looking away from each other and not pursuing common goals and holding on to the past. Because they have the strength, I think, to hold their ground. Six of Cups. Let's figure out more about that. Four of Cups in reverse. This is about seizing opportunities. This is about moving forward from the past and moving on with the Chariot. You have the strength to move forward, and I think that's what you're doing. It's just not with your environment. And that's the reason why the Tower is here, because I think that's about to come crashing down. Knight of Swords is your advice. And this is talking about just jumping forward, you know, seizing opportunities and jumping in.